I guess, what is an ideal date?
Okay.
Yeah.
An ideal date. Let's start here. What is an ideal date?
Man, it's the normal, bro. Ideal date. At home we have R&B nights. So it's like with a spot they don't play nothing but R&B. It's damn near like everybody in there karaokeing, everybody up dancing, chilling. They got the normal setup like sections and things all the way around the club and stuff. But on this night, it's more like 90s party, house party. Like everybody is up, vibing, dancing, talking, getting it in. So we go there. Before we go there, of course, we gonna do a little walk in the park. Let's take a walk in the park. Let's chop it. Let's get to know each other. Let's hit happy hour, get us a drink, and then let's go turn up that night at the spot.
Okay.
So, Sincere, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
Beautiful young lady. Sound like she know what she want a little bit. So, easy money.
Nice. And why'd you end up popping his? Don't say this connection thing, girl. We tired.
No, I know.
Next.
No. I don't think it included me. Like, I feel like it was just like, it seems like your preference of
What
what you
didn't
wanted.
include you?
Like your ideal date.
That's what you asked me.
preference.
My ideal date, not your ideal date.
This is true.
You
No,
asked me
that's
my
fair.
ideal date.
That is fair. That is very fair.
You kind of confused, huh? It's okay.
No, definitely not confused. I think I just appreciate someone that considers their partner and that.
I
'Cause
did.
it's
Beautiful.
like
A walk in
two.
the park to get to know you.
Yeah.
Before we get to the loud music,
Okay.
you got to pitch it a little different than that.
Okay.
Got you though. You good?
Their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from one of them countries over there, right? I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that's mighty crazy. That's mighty freaking wild, being that this man kind of gave you a pretty decent answer. He gave you a pretty good answer. And if y'all actually think about what he wants to do, hey, well, we're going to go out into the park, right? Because I know a lot of y'all women, a lot of your women like to jump on TikTok and, well, you don't ever want to meet a man in a private. You don't ever want to meet a man at his house. You don't ever want to meet a man on a first date. You want to meet this man in public. You never want to meet a man on a first date in private. Okay, fine. So he says, listen, let's go out to the park. Let's go ahead and talk. Let's get to know each other. Being that we're also in public, the sun's probably smacking on our foreheads. This is a good time to know one another. By the way, the first date is a interview. It's to see if the person is compatible for you or not. If this is somebody you can actually take some interest in, and that goes both ways for man and woman, right? That's what the first date is for. But the sad thing about it is, you have this chick, right? Monkey see, monkey do, right? And it's just funny because a lot of your sisters like to jump on the internet, like to jump in the comments when they are triggered by something, because a lot of your men may say, damn, this is how your sisters are moving today. Some of your sisters will literally jump in comments and say, well, you can't speak on all sisters. That's not true. Blah, 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 blah. You even have a comment where a sister says, hey, man, I'm sorry, but not all black women are like this. But then when you look at a lot of these balloon popping contests, all of these sisters that's popping the balloon instantly, right? Because once again, it's monkey see, monkey do with the sisterhood. When you see them sit over here and pop all of them balloons, I guarantee you, most of those sisters, if not all of those sisters, will have the same rebuttal. Well, yeah, that you can't say that. You can't say that about black women. That's not all black women. When these same sisters will sit up here and see a black man saying, hey, well, we need to call sisters out on this. You have your sisters who like to use the plausible deniability because they cannot argue a point. So, hey, well, that you can't say that. That's all about black women because it's not, right? Which, yeah, you're right. It's not all black women, but it's the majority. Prime example, you have a sister who, was upset with a guy who, you had an Indian guy, and this is another reason why a lot of your sisters are the least desirable, because once again, you going out here to date other races, and you're trying to pull the same shit that you pull with us. You're trying to pull that in another race, and them guys are like, oh man, oh hell no, I'm not about to deal with that. The guy wants to take her to Ruth Chris or something like that, right? I forgot, Cheesecake Factory, and she didn't like that, and she's saying, man, what do I like going to Cheesecake Factory?
Cheesecake Factory. You do? Nothing.
Talking to my girls. Okay. Tell them I said hi. Yeah. Whew. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her.
And you have some sisters say, well, see, that sister, man, like you can't say that. You cannot sit up here and try to say nowadays this is how your sisters are moving, because a lot of us we don't mind taking a coffee date. We don't mind taking a coffee date. Okay, and you would probably say that a lot of your sisters do not equate to this sister right here. Okay, fine, right? But then you have two other sisters who are modest, right? Who you can tell, and once again, they're young as well. They are telling you coffee dates ain't it.
Rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy, and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days, and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But I let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets. Okay. It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city. So he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you.
I do not accept coffee dates from men, and I just want to talk about it. I do just want to say that my reasons are just that, my own, so don't get under my comment section upset or in your feelings. So why don't I accept coffee dates? Well, besides the fact that I'm really not much of a coffee drinker, I find that coffee dates are low effort, they are cheap, and they are the biggest waste of time, honestly. So when I go on dates, I truly do like to look my best because I do believe that first impressions matter. So I really do put a lot of effort into my look, and I find that putting effort into my appearance for $5 bean juice is a waste of time. So when you ask a man, why do you like to take women out for coffee dates, they will give you a bunch of reasons, and I'm just here to tell you that they will never tell you the true reason as to why they ask women out on coffee dates. They're going to lie to you. They are going to guilt trip you by asking if you need free food. If that's why you're asking, for him to take you on a proper date? Do you need free food? Are you hungry? And it's really just because they want the woman to be able to prove that she is worth a proper...
Once again, the first date is an interview. So the man's taking you to the park, y'all out in public, right? He's doing what y'all women want, right? It just seems like anytime it doesn't benefit the sister or group of sisters, they always say, nah, that ain't us. She's a loner. But then if it's something that's good, guess what? All the sisters and they mama, oh yeah, we did that. Taking credit for things that really they really didn't do much of. But then when it comes down to those consequences, guess what? They want to remove themselves. The man's taking you to the park, getting to know you, and then after that, he's going to take you into a club. And this is not some wild club. This is a club where this sounds like it's some. Once again, it sounds like one of those old timey clubs, man, where y'all remember back in the day, right? Back in early 2000s and 1990s, when you had a lot of guys who do dates with women in movies or in TV shows, they generally go to a club or a bar, right? Generally filled with a bunch of black folk playing some music. That was a date back in the day. You're not only going in there to listen to music, but you're networking kind of sort of, right? You're talking to everybody because, as you said, everybody's up, moving around, having fun. I saw the first party where we were in the park. I got to know you. I got to really, deep dive into you, right? Because this is serious, right? We're trying to get to know each other. Then after that, let's go ahead and see that fun side of you. Let's see how you operate, man, under these little parties. Once again, this is like an R&B party. It's more like a grown and sexy, sophisticated vibe, if you ask me, right? But even then, that still wasn't good enough for the chick. And then once again, when he sat down here, and what is an ideal date for these guys? The guy tells you, and then the first response is, well, no, and then you pop his balloon. And then the first response is, well, I don't think, you incorporated me. Ma'am, what are you talking about? He didn't incorporate you. You both went to the park. 9 times out of 10, he is paying for whatever is going to be bought that night. Then he's taking you to a party, which, once again, he's going to have to pay for. But somehow, some way you get, hey, well, this has nothing to, I feel like, you're not adding me in this. What date do men go on where they dating themselves, where they're going out on a date by themselves? It doesn't make any sense. But a lot of your women like to do it. Oh, this is my solo trip. I'm going on my own date. I'm marrying myself. Stupidity. You even had another sister trying to say, hey, well, don't ever in your life go on a coffee date. Don't ever in your life go on these mediocre dates. And you had an actual sister, an older sister, saying, hold on, man, time out.
So, hot take. Coffee dates, ice cream dates, drink dates, etc. are a low effort, okay? I had this man ask me on a date tonight.
So I watched this video all the way through right before I even said anything. And she is gorgeous, by the way. Very beautiful woman. My take on this is very different from hers. I met my husband 15 years ago, and our first date was at Cold Stone, the ice cream shop. Before I dated my husband, most men that I was dating, I was getting top-notch treatment, the best dinners, the best everything. I'm from Chicago, so you know how beautiful Chicago nightlife is. Like, you go to the best of the best, skylines, everything, right? Getting all of that treatment just to still be treated like shit. The reason my husband chose Cold Stone to take me on, it had nothing to do with him being cheap. It had everything to do with him listening. Because when we was talking over the phone, I told him I love ice cream, right? So that ice cream date, and after the ice cream, being able to go to the lakefront, because we went to the lakefront in Chicago and sat down and ate ice cream, that was one of the best dates that I had ever had in my life. It was so intimate. It was so peaceful. It was so quiet. And it meant a lot to me because a man actually took the time out of his day to want to get a chance to just sit and talk to me about my likes and dislikes, where I come from, my upbringing, all of that, right? See, in today's world, the social aspect is done. Everything is online now. Everything is fast paced. Everything is gimme, money, I want, top notch. That's the world we're living in right now. 50, all of this crazy shit. And nobody's actually dating each other with the intentions of actually getting a chance to know each other. Our second date was a date in the park with a picnic. He went out and he got all of everything that I could have ever imagined. Blankets and everything. Took me on a beautiful, quiet picnic date. Like, and that don't mean I don't like top-notch things. Like, that don't mean I don't like extravagant things, because yes, I requires that. My husband definitely, he spoils me in that way too. But I will say this. Now, I watched her video all the way through, and the only thing I will honestly agree with her about is the drinks date. I don't feel like no woman should be taking that chance of going out with no man on a drink date. No, absolutely not. Alcohol, anything, absolutely not. That's a no-go. Now, that date, definitely turn it down. But an ice cream date, a simple date, a walk in the park, for me, that's where it's at for me. I love getting dressed up. I love playing in makeup. I love getting dolled up. I love good perfume. I love a good time, good music, good food, good energy, good people, extravagant things. But it's a balance, because I'm a mother with 2 sons, right? There is no way on God's green earth I will tell my son to go all out, to take a woman that he just met on the first date, take her to the top-notch restaurant. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That makes 0 sense. You better get a chance. You better get a chance to know this woman, to see if you even like her. See, that's the part that we missing. We talking about money, money, money. Give me, give me, give me. Do I even like you? I might not even like you. There is no way I'm about to do all of this for a person to impress a motherfucker that I don't know, a stranger? Absolutely not. I will ask my son, after dating her, how do you feel about her? Do you see good qualities in her? Do you want to even be around her? Like, is this long term or is this short term? Like, those are the conversations that people should be having. Not just take me to the fanciest restaurant Chicago has to offer, spend a bag on me. It's like, y'all tripping. Y'all, most of you, stop it. That's a bit to the extreme. If I had passed up on that date with my husband, the ice cream date, and if I had that way of thinking, I don't know. I don't think I probably would even saw potential in him to even lead to marriage, kids, a home, and all of those other things. All I would say is do what works for you. If you don't like the ice cream dates and the coffee dates and the walk in the park, girl, you're not wrong for that. Do your thing. But for the women that do, that's not a pick-me. That just means that some women are on a different time. That don't mean you lowering your standards. That don't mean you don't like nice things. That just means that maybe you are in a different space in your life right now where you've had that and that shit didn't mean nothing. Because that was my experience. I had it and it didn't mean absolutely nothing. Something as small as taking me to a Cold Stone ice cream shop and just talking to me and getting a chance to know me meant more than overlooking Chicago skyline, eating the best steak, dressed to the T's to the nines, top-notch everything. That's just me. That was my take on it. So, I mean, do what you want with it. All I'm saying is everybody have what they like and what they don't like. There is no such thing as, oh, well, that's beneath me. You're a pick-me, or that's, girl, you have no standards. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. And if that's what you want.
And so once again, here are your prime examples, right? Here are your prime examples of a bunch of sisters just screwing up their own dating market, right? You are messing up your own chances of getting a man, because once again, men see this stuff, they're gonna be like, dude, you're too high maintenance. So not only is Ruth Chris not good enough for a bougie sister, your average sisters, a coffee date ain't even good enough, and they ain't even the ones that's paying, and they broke just as much as the man is. But you putting all of these high expectations, oh, well, on a first date you got to be doing this, you got to be doing that. Not only do you have to pay my bills, not only do you have to take me on a fancy date, but you got to rub my feet, you got to do this, you got to do that, all on a first date. Once again, they say it's supposed to get to know you, but once again, if we are to get to know each other, why does it matter where we get to know each other at? Now, once again, stay in public, right? Stay in public, right? We got to put that disclaimer in there, because you have some women who want to point out the obvious all the time. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Just go ahead and stroke their ego, make them feel happy. But like I said, it's just the hypocrisy amongst a lot of your sisters, because they will be the same ones that say, no, your sisters don't move like that. No, we don't move like that. But then these will be the same sisters that are on popping the balloon as soon as a man walk out, not even hearing the guy out, not even trying to even understand them. This chick didn't even try to understand them. She just went straight to, well, I feel like, you're not trying to incorporate me. Dude, the date is about you. Why do you think I even asked you out on it? But hey, you know, you leave it up to your sisters. A lot of them will swear up and down, oh, well, no, we all don't move like that. Yeah, okay, fine. Do me a huge favor. Leave me a comment down below and y'all tell me, what do y'all think?